Imagine uploading a video to YouTube and somewhere behind the scenes one database has to store your video info, comments, likes, subscription, watch history, recommendation. Now imagine doing that for billions of users. A normal MySQL database would completely collapse under the scale. But YouTube still uses MySQL. So how do they make it work? The answer is a simple system called Vitess, a technology that basically transforms MySQL into a planet scale database system. And honestly, the idea behind this is a surprisingly simple one. In the beginning, most apps start with a single database server. That works great when you have a few thousand users, moderate traffic, small amount of data. But YouTube is in a normal app. Every second, videos are uploaded, comments are added, views increase, recommendations update. Users stream content worldwide. Over time, one database server becomes a massive bottleneck. Why? Because a single machine has limits. CPU limits, RAM limits, storage limit, network limit. Eventually, no matter how powerful the server is, it can't keep up anymore. And the scary part is, if that one database crashes, the entire platform can go down. So YouTube needed a way to scale beyond a single machine. The big idea is sharding. The solution was something called sharding. Sharding simply means splitting data across multiple databases. So instead of one giant database handling everything, you now have many smaller databases sharing the workload. For example, users 1 to 1 million will have database A and 1 to 2 million will have database B and 2 to 3 million will be handled by the database C. No traffic gets distributed. This solves a huge scaling problem because instead of upgrading one machine forever, you can simply add more servers. This is called horizontal scaling. But there is a catch. Sharding creates a new problem. How does the application know where the data lives? Imagine a user logs into YouTube. The app now has to figure out which database contains the user, where are their subscriptions, where are their comments, where is their watch history. Without a proper system, developer would need to manually manage all of this logic. That becomes incredibly complicated. And it gets worse when servers fail, traffic spikes, data moves between machines, database need maintenance. At YouTube scale, managing thousands of MySQL servers manually would become a nightmare. So YouTube builds something called a Vitess. What Vitess actually does, it acts like a smart layer between the application and MySQL. The app thinks it's talking to one giant database. But Vitess secretly routes queries to the correct server, balance traffic, handles replication, manage failovers, moves data when needed. So developers don't need to worry about the complexity underneath. Think of it like this. Imagine a giant restaurant chain. Customers place order at one counter, but behind the scenes, thousands of kitchens exist. Orders are routed automatically, traffic is balanced. Backup kitchens take over if one fails. Customers never notice the complexity. That's exactly what Vitess does for database. The genius of Vitess is that YouTube didn't need to abandon MySQL. Most companies facing huge scale switch to entirely new database system. But YouTube instead made MySQL scale horizontally across thousands of machines. That means developers could still use MySQL. Existing tools still work. Migration was easier. Reliability improved massively. Today, Vitess is open source and used by many large-scale companies to run enormous systems on top of MySQL. And the core idea is actually simple. Don't make one database infinitely powerful. Split the workload across many databases and manage them intelligently. That's how YouTube scaled to billions of uploads using MySQL. So this is for this video and I will continue in the next one.